What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak about a recent clip that I ran across. Now, I don't know when this clip was made about Nick Wright made some statements about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and that GOAT debate, right? And I think the statement is probably only about like a minute and a half long. But, and I'm gonna play the video, but it just says everything that what everybody has been saying over the years as far as like that GOAT debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James. Now, this I'm not sure if Nick Wright made this as like once LeBron James went to when he first got to Los Angeles, because in this video his hair was shorter. I know this is not a current video because, like I said, right now his hair is longer, but it also leads me to ask, like, what has changed? Like, what changed Nick Wright, his stance on that, on the GOAT debate? Because now he's going all out. That's why, and I think part of the reason why people think Nick Wright is on a payroll, because I mean, the things that he say now are totally opposite from what you are going to see in this video, as far as you know, and the question was posed to Nick Wright. What do you what do you think LeBron James has to do in order to catch Michael Jordan? And he basically said that, nothing that LeBron James can do now would put him up there with Michael Jordan. And so I'm gonna play the video. I hope I don't get flagged for this, but I'm gonna play the video, and then I'll come back and add my commentary to it.
For LeBron to pass Jordan as the GOAT?
If we're talking about accomplishments, he needs at least a couple more rings, probably one more MVP. But let's look at it from another angle. He never will. First point is not about opportunity. LeBron was born with everything. He had the hometown team, a spotlight, the stage, the hype. He had Miami's big three, the Cleveland comeback, the Lakers legacy. He was given every chance to write the perfect story. Second point is about choices. LeBron took his talent from city to city. Remove was a new team, a new system, a new identity, was smart business, but it divided his legacy. Instead of one legendary kingdom, he built several unfinished empires. Third point, Jordan did the opposite. Jordan stayed. He took the pain, the losses, the battles all in one jersey. He turned the Bulls into his own dynasty. When the pressure came, he didn't leave, he conquered. Einel Messerate and he just about stats it. It's about defining an era, owning a franchise. Leaving, no doubt. LeBron won a lot, but he never made one city his forever. Jordan did. Oh, from this angle, matter what LeBron achieves, he can never truly surpass Michael Jordan.
All right, so I just want to, LeBron James, as Nick Wright said, and this LeBron James had every opportunity, to challenge, if that was his goal from day one, to be one of the greatest basketball players to ever play. He had it all. Hometown guy, because the story really wrote itself. You had a guy born in Ohio, playing, was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers. What more luck could you? And some people say it wasn't luck that, that they made it. But anyway, it was set up for him to win. You go to your home team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you build the team. You build the best team that you could. And you work hard. You work as hard as you can to be able to reach your goals and chase your dream of being the best to have ever played. Once LeBron James made the decision to leave the Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't think that like sealed his fate. I think he could have recovered from that decision to go to the Miami Heat and it would have just took some work. Once he went to the Miami Heat, they still won 2 championships out of 4 trips. But I think that if LeBron James had stayed in Miami with Pat Riley, the Miami Heat, Ime Udoka, not Ime Udoka. What's the coach in Miami? I just did a video about Udoka, my fault. But what's the coach? I forgot the coach. It'll come to me. But anyway, had he stayed in Miami with Spoelstra, Eric Spoelstra. So had he stayed in there, let Eric Spoelstra coach, Pat Riley, manage, because that's, Pat Riley was with the Los Angeles Lakers and had a lot of success in LA, went to New York, had Pat Riley, had a lot, although they didn't win a championship in LA, he still had a ton of success, in my opinion, in LA. Went to Miami and had won a championship before LeBron James got there. So the only way that I think that LeBron James could have recovered from his decision to leave Cleveland in the first place would have been for him to stay in Miami and work with that franchise in order to rebuild his legacy, rebuild his image, and take it from there. That decision for him to leave Cleveland, people would have gotten over that. And who knows, if he had won like 3 rings or 4 rings in Miami, then he could be in that GOAT, that GOAT debate. But like Nick Wright said, he never had a forever home. And so when he never had a forever home, then you leave Miami and you go to Los Angeles. Now LeBron James look more like he's cherry picking. He also looked more like a mercenary, because LeBron James, whether you like LeBron James or not, he is really good enough to where, as though if your team was a average team, just having him on your team is going to put you in championship contention, right? So you got to acknowledge that LeBron James is that good, where just having him on your team just changes the complexion of your team. But it also made LeBron James leaving Miami just made him look like a guy who's just cherry picking. Like, people could have said that while he was at Miami, you just set yourself up to be a cherry picker. You know what I mean? Somebody who just want to surround himself with the best talent. And if it had stayed at Miami and won more, then that would have countered that argument, in my opinion. But once he left Miami, went back to Cleveland, and then he wanted to play with Kyrie Irving and Kevin. What's the guy last name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The big guy, shoot the jumpers. But anyway, he went back to, and some people thought that he had a ton of talent, when he went back to Cleveland. So he did lead Cleveland to a championship. But now that argument of cherry picking and moving from team to team and not allowing himself to build and endure and getting the people to see him as an athlete persevere, that, like fans of LeBron James and fans of basketball never really had the opportunity to see LeBron James persevere, because he just played, he just stacked his teams. And so everybody holds that against him. And I didn't see Nick Wright, like this clip when Nick Wright first said that. And again, I just wonder why Nick Wright changed his stance. Like, LeBron James, he won a bubble championship in Los Angeles. He won I think he won like a mid-season tournament championship, but people really don't respect that. He didn't lead the Los Angeles to a regular season championship wire to wire, 82 games. That grind of 82 games is a part of what fans like to see. Like, they want to see that consistency. They want to see the team go through ups and downs throughout the season. They want to see the team, really persevere. You know, like it's a whole drama and that comes with that you know, and a ride that fans want to go on with they want to go on that ride with their, you know, with their championship guy or their GOAT. They want to go on that ride with the player that they like. And LeBron James cheated the game, he cheated himself, and he cheated his fans when he didn't when he went from team to team. So I agree with Nick Wright. Like there's nothing that LeBron James can do now. And it, you know, once he went back to, every time he switched teams, it just made it so much harder for him to compete with Michael Jordan as far as that go. And stats, no matter what stats he put up, it's just wasn't going to work for him. So that's my take on it. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, also don't forget to leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video.